In September 2022, Kim Kardashian made one of the boldest and quietest power moves in California real estate history. No press release, no announcement. Just a $70 million wire transfer and a claim staked in one of Malibu's most exclusive enclaves. But this wasn't just any home, it was Cindy Crawford's former beachside fortress. Located in the elite gated area of El Sol Beach, this 3-acre paradise isn't just a mansion, it's a manifesto. Tucked behind a private gate, away from the chaos of Hollywood, lies a home that feels more like a retreat than a residence. Kim Kardashian's Malibu mansion isn't just her most expensive property, it's her most intentional. Purchased in September 2022 for a staggering $70.4 million. This beachfront escape sits on 3 pristine acres of El Sol Beach. A stretch of sand so exclusive, it's nicknamed Billionaire's Bluff. But it wasn't just the view that made headlines. The former owner, Cindy Crawford. And when Kim bought the property, she didn't just buy square footage, she acquired legacy. Star power layered on top of star power. Inside the home unfolds like a luxury resort. Over 7,400 square feet of curated minimalism. 4 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, and a great room that redefines open concept. Floor-to-ceiling glass walls disappear, blending the interior with the sounds of the Pacific. The kitchen is a chef's dream, top-of-the-line appliances tucked behind custom wood cabinetry. Stone countertops carved to perfection. But what really sets this place apart is how it feels: quiet, intentional, almost monastic. A perfect canvas for someone who lives her life in the spotlight, but needs somewhere to unplug from it. The outdoor space is its own sanctuary. Multiple decks for lounging, a private gym overlooking the water, and a fire pit that practically begs for late-night deep talks, and $900 wine in just steps away. A private staircase that leads you straight to the sand. No fans, no paparazzi, just waves and quiet. This isn't where Kim throws wild parties. This is where Kim thinks Malibu is for vision. Hidden Hills is for empire. Kim's Malibu mansion. Maybe the crown jewel, but it's far from the only gem in her collection. Her real estate portfolio is valued at over $100 million, and every property she owns serves a purpose. These aren't impulse buys, they're business decisions. Let's start in Hidden Hills, a gated community in Calabasas where privacy isn't a luxury, it's a requirement. Her primary residence, a $60 million minimalist dream, designed by Kanye West and famed Belgian architect Axel Vervoort. The interior, so stark and futuristic, it went viral for having no sinks, just sloped slabs of marble where water magically disappears. Kim calls it her monastery. Others call it a fashion museum disguised as a house. But here's the real kicker. Kim didn't stop there. She bought the neighboring homes too. She spent $2.7 million for the house right next door, just to demolish it. Why? To expand her property lines. No noisy neighbors, no architectural disruptions. Just more room to breathe. In 2022, she also purchased a $6.3 million ranch-style home on the other side of her estate. Not for living purely, for control. Land acquisition, Kardashian style. This isn't just real estate, it's zoning warfare. And she's winning. And then there's her former condo in Miami's Fina House. One of the most luxurious high-rises in the world. Floor-to-ceiling ocean views, concierge service, and neighbors like billionaires and international royalty. She's since sold it, but not before soaking up some high-net-worth energy. Kim doesn't just own homes. She curates environments. Each space is chosen for its energy, its influence, its ability to elevate her brand. Whether it's Hidden Hills for family life, Malibu for solitude, or past days in Miami for jet moments, every zip code she touches turns into brand equity. Because when your name holds global weight, even your property investments become power moves. You've seen luxury homes, you've seen exotic cars, but Kim Kardashian's most powerful flex. It flies at 51,000 feet above your head. They call it the Kim Air. And it's not just a jet, it's a $150 million flying fortress of solitude, built off the G650ER model. The same aircraft used by billionaires, like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. Kim's private jet doesn't just get her from point A to B, it bends time and space to her will. We're talking a range of 7,500 miles. So, she can fly non-stop from Los Angeles to Paris, Tokyo, or Dubai. No layovers, no interruptions, just privacy and precision. But it's the interior that truly speaks to her empire. The custom design reportedly cost over $30 million alone, and every single detail was hand-selected by Kim herself. She didn't just want a jet, She wanted a brand experience in the sky. The floors, cashmere, beige carpets, the leather seats, hand-stitched with platinum accents, echoing the same palette she uses in her Hidden Hills mansion and skin offices. Everything is minimal. No logos, no flashy gold, just quiet power, understated wealth. Each seat reclines into a bed. The lighting is even the cabin pressure system is customized to reduce jet lag. There's a glam room on board, yes, a makeup station in the sky, because Kim Kardashian doesn't land. She arrives camera-ready. She reportedly has 2 private bedrooms on board. One for her, one for the kids or team. And then there's a full kitchen and dining area. Perfect for gourmet meals at 40,000 feet. She even banned shoes inside. Guests are reportedly handed slippers and custom loungewear because Kim's jet has a dress code. You don't just ride Kim Air, you belong to it. Every time she posts a photo in front of it, the internet loses its mind. Why? Because it's not just travel. It's a message. Kim Kardashian doesn't rent jets. She owns the sky. Now let's get one thing straight. Kim Kardashian isn't just wearing clothes. She's writing history with every outfit. From the $5 million Marilyn Monroe dress she wore at the 2022 Met Gala to the rare archival Mugler corsets that nearly require a team to help her breathe. Every fashion moment is curated, calculated, and immortalized. Her personal wardrobe is rumored to be worth over $10 million. With hundreds of archived pieces from Givenchy, Jean-Paul Gaultier, Dolce & Gabbana, Alea and Balenciaga, many of which never even touch a red carpet. Her home in Hidden Hills includes a climate-controlled storage room, not for furs or jewelry but for fashion. Yes, she's basically running a private museum of couture in her basement. And let's talk diamonds. Kim's jewelry vault is next level. She once wore a $4 million Lorraine Schwartz engagement ring until the infamous Paris robbery changed everything. Since then, she rarely wears real diamonds in public. Instead, she uses replicas and keeps the real pieces under armed security. Still, her collection includes chokers worth $1 million plus worn at Met Galas and Fashion Weeks, custom Cartier and Van Cleef pieces, gifted and acquired over years, and vintage Rolexes, Patek Philippe watches, and diamond-encrusted bracelets so rare. Entire auctions are built around them. Even her casual looks are a masterclass in subtle opulence. You might think she's wearing a basic tank and sweats until you zoom in and realize it's Rick Owens. The Row, or custom Skims prototype stitched in Japanese cashmere. And then, there's the Birkin bag collection. An estimated $500,000 plus worth of Hermes Birkins in crocodile, ostrich, and limited edition colors, one of which Northwest was spotted carrying. Yes, her 11-year-old daughter has a $20,000 purse. Kim doesn't flash money, she designs legacy. She's not trying to keep up with anyone anymore. They're trying to keep up with her, beyond the headlines and high fashion. There's the version of Kim Kardashian most of the world forgets to see. The mother. Kim has 4 children with Kanye West, North, Saint Chicago, and Psalm. And while her public life is curated and dazzling, her private role as mom is shockingly grounded. Each child has their own custom nursery, personal nannies, private tutors, and schedules designed with military precision. But Kim's involved in everything, from daily school runs to family dinners. She's talked openly about the challenges of co-parenting with the, especially post-divorce. But she's remained centered around one mission: stability for her kids. In her own words, no matter what's going on with us, the kids come first, always. But let's talk about the one subject the world can't stop speculating on: her love life post-Kanye. Kim has dated, famously linking up with comedian Pete Davidson, a whirlwind romance that felt more like a cultural event than a relationship. They kissed on SNL, were spotted at the Met, and suddenly, it was over. Since then, Kim's been strategically private. Rumors swirl: billionaires, athletes, low-key creatives, but no confirmations. She drops cryptic TikToks. She posts moody selfies. The internet speculates, but she doesn't need to explain because here's the truth: Kim Kardashian is no longer looking for a man to define her. She is the blueprint. In a 2023 interview, she said, "I think I'm my best self when I'm alone. But make no mistake, when the next relationship comes, it won't be a PR stunt. It'll be a power merger. Because for Kim, everything is calculated, even love." Kim Kardashian's estimated net worth: $1.7 billion. Not from luck, not from fame alone, from strategy, the crown jewel. Skims launched in 2019. Her shapewear brand redefined bodywear for modern women. By 2023, Skims was valued at $4 billion. Kim owns a third over $1 billion in equity. In 2025, Skims even acquired a majority stake in her skincare line, SKKN by Kim, turning her beauty empire into a consolidated powerhouse. Before Skims came, KKW Beauty sold partially to Coty for $200 million. Then, SKKN. Then the Hulu reboot of The Kardashians, earning her up to $83 million a season. Let's not forget, her mobile game made her $45 million. Her Instagram earns $300,000 to $1 million per post. Social media alone generates $4.3 million a year, and she's now entering private equity through Sky Partners, aiming to raise $1 billion. From digital avatars to skincare empires, every venture feeds the machine. But long before the jets, diamonds, and billion-dollar brands, Kim was just another girl from Los Angeles with a famous last name and something to prove. Daughter of Robert Kardashian, part of O.J. Simpson's legendary defense team, protege of Paris Hilton. A name in the background until one leaked tape in 2007 flipped her entire trajectory. Instead of shame, she chose spotlight. And from that moment, she didn't just survive, scandally she capitalized on it. Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered that same year. 20 seasons later, Kim had transformed into a cultural force. Her romances have fueled headlines for decades. Most recently, she was linked to NFL star Odell Beckham Jr. in 2023. But her most defining love story, Kanye West. They began dating in 2012, married in 2014, and built an empire together. For kids, countless headlines, but in 2021, it ended. Quietly, respectfully, with a settlement that kept their legacy intact. Kim Kardashian is more than a celebrity. She's an architect of influence, a master of perception. Every home, every handbag, every headline is a calculated piece of a greater puzzle. In a world where most women get written into someone else's narrative, Kim rewrites the script again and again. Because when you're Kim Kardashian, the road doesn't end at luxury, it begins there. If you found this journey thought-provoking, leave a like, share the video, and subscribe. This is Fame Detective, where we reveal the stories behind the legends.